Greetings and welcome. This is the Fort Valley Boys podcast. I got my guys, Tony Arnold, Big Straw, Anderson. And on today's episode, we're going to talk about these NFL playoffs. Off the 4 games so far, it has been wild, to say the least. Um, and we're going to talk about a movie rewind with Brewster's Millions. We feeling nostalgic on y'all. Feeling nostalgic. But y'all know what's going to happen, right, Ryan?
Tell them what's finna happen, Faye. Hit that intro, baby.
Hey, yeah. Hey, yeah. Boys, yeah. Hold on. We them boys. Hold on. We them boys.
And of course, as I said a few moments ago, this is the Fort Valley Boys podcast. I'm your host and moderator, Fabian Biss. I got back to back, and I got Big Straw. And of course, this is part of the show. We go through our sponsors. We have Crazy Straws. If your name is Big Straw and you're crazy, get your Crazy Straws. Get them on Amazon right now for $1. $1 a straw.
And we got a special going too. You buy 10 packs, you get one free. So hey, $10. Come on with it. Come on with it.
You got to get them deals, man. Got to get people what they want.
Some people don't do it without the deal. Some people just don't do it without the deal.
Hey, you got to do what you got to do, man. I mean, you got to do it. Do like Ray said, I make it do what it do, baby. Make it do what it do. Of course, we got Just for Men as our next sponsor. If you got a little gray in your beard and you need to get right, put on that CB4. Put on that CB4. Or it might need CB5. CB4, CB5. They're gonna get you straight. Just for Men, you get it any store, even the $1.25 store. Of course, we got Sprite, the Black Folk Soda. When they become Black Folk Soda, I think about 2015. Damon sponsor Arizona Tea. It's been $1 since 1992. Since we all been in Fort Valley, it's been $1. It's still $1 now. Might be $1.02, but it's still $1. You can follow us on Facebook, Fort Valley Boys Podcast. Follow us on YouTube. Remember, subscribe. We hit 1,000 subscribers. We start making some money. We got money. So tell all your friends, enemies, cousins, relatives, co-workers, ex-co-workers. 1,000 subscribers. We start making some money. BuyANiceShirt.com. You went to HBCU or you're part of the Divine Nine, get your merch. All the Greek organizations have been celebrating their anniversaries or whatever, / birthdays, what do you want to call it? So they've been representing. Since y'all represented, go ahead and represent BuyANiceShirt.com and our Ingram Fort Valley alumnus. Support my guy. Also, Damon Randall's new podcast, Chopping It Up, will debut on February 21st at 12 p.m. Central Time now. That's 1 o'clock Eastern. So if it's 1 o'clock in Georgia, you need to tune in Damon. He's going to be on various locations, might be at a casino. We told him to go to a barbershop and get a haircut.
And chopping it up.
He might go to Michael's barber. Problem is, Mike is his own barber. So that's going to be a problem for Detroit and Atlanta. So it's a hell of a commute for a show. So but still support Damon. Chopping it up. February 21st, 12 o'clock Central Time, 1 o'clock Eastern, 10 o'clock Pacific, 6 o'clock in Hawaii, just in case you are. And of course, our last sponsor, Henny Coke.
The dog liquor.
Fellas, what it do? How y'all been, man? How's y'all week?
Man, mine was good, man. Mine was good. Outside of these tornadoes down here in LaGrange, Georgia, man, it's been good, man.
What about you, Bat?
Yeah, everything been good. Everything's been good. Had a good week. Productive. Started off on a great note, and been great ever since.
Hey, cuz, didn't somebody say something Monday? I mean, last week.
What happened Monday?
Didn't somebody say something about a score?
Oh yeah. You said Georgia's gonna win big, but we don't trust you, Fabian, with your picks. They'll be sarcastic. Yeah, sarcasm. I know you. They don't know you, but I really know you. You hate every sport.
You was the only one that you was the only one to say that, Faye. I mean, like you really you kind of
No.
like really honed in on that.
I'm the one that really went 50-17.
You said 21 or something like that.
No,
And I told you I wasn't gonna put no score on it, but I told you it would not be close at all.
okay.
Did I not?
Yeah, but did I not also say they're gonna score at least 50?
I mean, no, I told you I wasn't gonna put no score on it, but I told you it wasn't gonna be close.
Didn't I say last year that Georgia going to win by 18, and they did?
You want a cookie?
Like I said, we don't
want to
trust
cook.
you,
I'm
Fabian.
just saying.
I'm just saying. You want a cookie, man?
I don't want no cookie.
Uh,
Diabetes.
I don't trust Fabian with his picks of Georgia teams.
Yeah, I don't think
unless
nobody.
It's Tri-Cities. Unless it's Tri-Cities. That's the only one.
Well, I didn't pick the San Diego Falcons, the Atlanta Chargers. I didn't pick them. I picked the Atlanta. Look, wait, that's a great segue. That's a great segue. Wildcard weekend, we already have 4 games. One's going on right now. Baltimore is down 9-7 with their second and third string quarterbacks playing. Joe Burrow is chopping them up right now, but it's going to be a little bit closer than what I expected. But let's talk about these games that's already happened. I want to start with the San Diego Jacksonville game because that was probably the most wildest game in football history where a team lost a game and had a 5 turnover advantage. They forced 5 turnovers, didn't have any, and they lost. Tony, what the hell happened?
Total meltdown, man. Total meltdown. I'm actually sad to say I didn't watch the second half, dude. I thought it was over.
Yeah, I did too.
I kind of told myself I was gonna still watch it because I mean we all know what just happened just a couple weeks ago, so anything can happen. So I told myself, man, no, you may want to watch it, but I was like, I really wasn't really interested in the game anyway. It's the playoffs, but I really wasn't interested in either one of them. So no, I turned it off and middle of the night, happened to look. I started seeing them boys come back. I said, "Oh man, the Chargers finna let it happen," and I be damned, they let it happen. They let it happen. Unreal. Up 27-0 in the playoffs, man. I had to lose a game. No, I know you probably gonna bring it up, so I'm gonna beat you to it. Staley's on the hot seat. I know you like to fire coaches. You know what I'm saying? For real. I know you like to fire coaches, so I'm gonna go and beat you to it. Staley's on the hot seat.
Me?
Staley on the hot seat, man.
Straw, what about you? Didn't get Anatoly in.
Man, I'm gonna be honest. I watched that game. I was watching it, and when they drove the end of the first half and scored, I was like, all right, that's momentum. Let's see what comes out when they come out. If they get a 3 and out, if they got that 3 and out, then they were gonna be something. And I'll be doggone. They got a 3 and out. They got the ball back and scored, and they just took over from them. Mo was with them. The big momentum was with them. So, great game there. Bills and Dolphins this afternoon was good. Good contest. I thought the Dolphins were going to try to pull it out, but of course my Super Bowl pick, the Bills, they actually playing good. They actually pulled that one on out. So, yeah. Good so far. Good so far.
Cuzzo.
Yeah, I've been following Big Trev since high school. And I was shocked to see him throw all those interceptions. You're talking about a kid probably only lost in high school and college maybe 4 games. And to see him throw them in the interception, I was like, man, it's going to get blown out. But the defense was like, they was in there. They was not stopping them, but, field goals and keep them around. And the Jaguars just kept fighting. I told Fabian last week, Jacksonville at night is a strange place. It's a very strange place. And they pulled it out. They pulled it out. But the Chargers laid an egg. And like Big Straw said, the Dolphins and Bills game, it was closer than I thought it was going to be. It really, really was. The Dolphins showed a lot of fight. But my last take on the wild card playoffs is Kirk Cousins. That's it. Kirk Cousins.
Yeah, let me.
What about Kirk Cousins?
4th and 8, you
Gonna
dump it down. You dump it down to the tight end.
You saw that Pat. There's no excuse, but that pressure that Giants were putting on him on that last drive though was unreal.
And you gotta
And
let it go. You gotta fly. Just let it fly.
yeah, I agree. But I want to excuse me. I want to circle back.
you saw Justin Jefferson.
Kirk Cousins.
Kirk Cousins, dog. Captain Kirk.
I text favorite picture of Kirk Cousins after the
Yeah,
game.
that was terrible. I want to circle back to the Jacksonville game. The Jacksonville Jaguars would not have won that game yesterday if Nick Bosa wouldn't have got that second penalty, that second unsportsmanlike penalty, because it puts the ball at the 1 yard line. Jacksonville went for 2. Big Trev got the 2, which put them down by 2. Defense, I believe, got a 3 and out. Ran that 4-minute offense, kicked the field goal. Now that's on Nick Bosa, but this goes on Brandon Staley. When Tony said he's on the hot seat, you played Nick Bosa and Mike Williams. No, Mike Williams missed about 3-4 games early in the year with injury, and he has a broken. I forgot which vertebrae in his back it was. He was going to be out 2 to 3 weeks. He shouldn't even been
like lower lumbar, something like that. They said
he shouldn't even been in the lineup against Detroit on Denver. Once they saw Baltimore lost, everybody should have been on the bench. Everybody.
Hey man, the ball was up 27-0. I don't even want to hear about it.
Yeah, but it's also go back to
Mike Williams. Don't get me wrong. I mean, I hear what you're saying. I really didn't have an issue with it. I can see why people do have an issue with it. I didn't really have no issue with it. The boy wanted to play. He missed a lot of time this year, which kind of can make your argument even a little bit more if that's what you believe in. But Staley wanted to get him some reps. And my understanding, he wanted to get some reps. Keenan Allen even said he wanted to play. And he wanted to get some reps. They wanted to get some reps.
They pull him out after the first quarter, treat like preseason there. But either way, though, their offense still didn't look as explosive. You see what I'm saying? They were up 27-0, but they had a short field to work with 5 turnovers. So, but yeah, Brandon Staley, I don't think that seat is high. I'm gonna get you right quick. I don't think that seat is high. I think that seat is engulfed in flames. If he's not fired the day after Martin Luther King, I don't know what to tell you. And Airbnb should be the coach. But go ahead, Anatole.
What did Joe Bosa say? What y'all think he said? Because y'all saw how the ref acted. He was like, wait a minute. It's MLK weekend. What y'all think Joey Bosa said? I think it was a slur. That's just me.
I mean,
I missed that. What happened?
Joey Burst. I mean, the white hat. He went off when he threw the flag. I mean, he went completely off. Like, you're not gonna talk to me like this. And he threw that flag like they was like in the street. Like they was finna fight Joey Bosa. How he was looking at him.
Yeah, he threw it. I mean, if you're gonna throw your helmet on the sideline, because that's what Slayton did today when he dropped that pass that could have ended the game for the Giants, but they still won though. He threw his helmet, but it was on the sideline. Joey Bosa threw that helmet about maybe 15 steps from the sideline. But like Tony said, there's no excuse. You was up 27-0, just like the Falcons were up 28-3. There's no excuses. You put away the game. Plus, you don't run the ball in the second half with Eckler. You don't run the ball at all. Yeah, I think he had 8 rushing attempts second half. I think.
See, that's the problem. How you up 27-0 and you don't run the ball?
Joe Lombardi, that's your answer right there. Joe Lombardi got to go. That's the offensive coordinator. But the defense, I mean, we look at it. Brandon Staley is a defensive coach before he took the head coaching job. That's your bread and butter. Your defense gave up 31 points basically in the second half and lost that game.
Sean Payton probably chomping at the bits, boy.
I'm looking like this. I mean, everybody's saying Sean Payton did, Sean Payton great. Yeah, come on, Sean Payton. Yeah, he's a Super Bowl champion, but how long ago was it that he won the Super Bowl? Just like Mike McCarthy.
I mean, he didn't have some. He didn't. Sean Payton had some. The Saints had some bad luck though, some bad mojo against them, dude. Like the Saints were like They had that call against the Rams.
The Minnesota Miracle.
Yeah. So I mean, they didn't have, winning is winning. It's don't get me wrong. It's about results. That's just where we at, and that's where they at in that business. But you know, Sean Payne's that dude. Don't get it twisted. You know what I'm saying? He's that dude,
I'm not, but I'm just looking at.
especially when it comes to quarterbacks, and that's why I'm saying as far as he probably chomping at the bit, as far as being able to work with Herbert.
Yeah,
He's definitely a quarterback's coach, and
yeah.
I think he can do some things with Herbert.
I'm looking like this too. I mean, yeah. I mean, because the Panthers also received permission to interview Peyton, so he's gonna be on. He's gonna be have a busy week on Tuesday. Because that's when the Saints are releasing him to actually do interviews starting on Tuesday with the Broncos, I believe. But he gonna get a lot of Delta Sky Miles these next 2 weeks.
Uh-oh.
Oh Lord, we all watching the game.
The Ravens showing fight. Look at your text, Fade, when you get a chance.
Okay, but let me ask you. Let's. I know we look like we jumping around a little bit, but yeah, he had to say a racial slur. I see it on Twitter. Um, let's just play hypothetical. We don't do some hypothetical, but this is one I think would make sense. If the just hear me out. If the Ravens win tonight, does Lamar Jackson put on the knee brace next week to go to Kansas City?
No.
I mean, we're talking about no, not if I'm him, I'm not. And the reason I'm not is because you about to get paid, sir. Get your health right. Don't risk it now. Don't put that on. What chance do you really have of winning? Let's evaluate this situation. So, me personally, no, I'm not putting it on because I got 250. I'm thinking about 250, 250 million at least. That's my opinion.
No, I think I think if Lamar Jackson played, you know what I'm saying, I think they can beat Kansas City. Kansas City not unbeatable.
The defense is
But
trash.
but on the flip side of that, the reason I say no is because he's not healthy, man. He's still not ready.
Yeah.
I don't think he's ready. So I think he would in other words, because of everything that's going on, man, don't come back till you're healthy, bro. You know what I'm saying? You got too much on the line, man. So don't come back until you're healthy. That's just where I would stand on it.
Yeah, I wouldn't play if I was Lamar. I mean, where Lamar from, that Delray Pompano Beach area, he gonna want to play because it's how he was raised. But somebody got to get in this camp. I tell him now, you finna get like you say, like Straw say, 250, 300. Well, how much Deshaun Watson got?
230.
Give me 250. Deshaun got 230. Give me 250. So
And
he
I
got to
want
look
an
at it like that.
MVP. And I want an MVP. And I have no off-field controversy. And I'm great in my community. Blah blah blah. All that other stuff.
He
I
ain't
don't
getting
think
too he ain't getting 250 though.
probably not. He'll probably get if he get traded to the Raiders.
He ain't getting 250.
He'll get traded somewhere though.
But he ain't gonna get 250.
He'll probably get 200. Give me 4 years, 200. I'll take it.
And it ain't gonna be guaranteed. The Ravens offered in 250. You know what I'm saying? And well, I think it was 242,
I think it's
245. They offered him.
I think it's one. I think it's 210 with about
No,
120.
it was like 240 something, but the guarantee wasn't there.
It was lower than Kyler Murray. It's like 139. I think
Yeah, yeah.
it's like about $40 million
So
lower than him.
that's his issue. He really I don't know because he really keeping hush about the situation. But they saying that he wants that fully guaranteed contract. Pushing the 200 million range.
And a lot of people are forgetting that with Kirk forgetting they're all looking at Deshaun Watson. I hate to bring race into it, but they
Yeah,
say
Kirk Cousins was the first one to do it.
yeah, that's what I was about to say. 3 years, $89 million. He bet on himself. They franchised him twice. His agent is the real MVP because he got him a 3-year guarantee deal. Then came right back with another 3-year guarantee deal. So a lot of folks not looking at it. They just looking at Deshaun Watson because he, had 50-11 accusations, which have turned into settlements, which is not a good look for one thing, to be polite. But they are totally forgetting that Kirk Cousins, Captain Kirk, is about to get $210 million of guaranteed cash from the Vikings, and you have one playoff win to show for it. One. And you are like sub 400 in prime time / crucial games. And your team won 11 games with one score or less, and you throw the ball to Jefferson on 4th and 8. You did it against the Bills. You threw it up 4th and 17. You might have well. What you got to lose? You already lose the game anyway. But 49ers look good enough to talk about that. Brock Purdy looked good. Pretty good quarterback. But I mean, this is going to be it's going to be interesting because we want to see who they're going to get, Dallas or Tampa Bay. And I think they're going to win both of those, either one of those against either one of those teams. Anto, what say you?
I'm Tom Brady's biggest fan since back in the day, but I just say if Cowboys get past Tampa Bay tomorrow, I see Cowboys at least in the NFC Championship game. That's just me. I'm not a Cowboy fan. I ain't trying to get points with Tony. That's just how I feel. I told somebody that in Walmart in Cairo, that's our mall. I said, bro, the Cowboys is gonna make it to the NFC Championship game if they get past Tom Brady. And Tom Brady is my first cousin on my mama's side, so we close kin. I love that guy. But hey, if they get past Tom, I like the Cowboys.
We see back-to-back Prescott. We see you over there.
Back-to-back Prescott.
Just a little stat. Well, it's gonna be a Monday night game. Cowboys against Tampa Bay tomorrow night. Cowboys will have an 8-game losing streak in playoff road games, but I still think Cowboys have a better team than Tampa Bay. They will win that game. Tony's
I
gonna
don't like the fact we playing on Monday night though, because we're gonna have a short week. It's kind of messed up. Ain't no excuses, but it's kind of messed up in the playoffs to have a short week.
Yeah, I agree. I agree with you that one. That should have been on Saturday. That should have been a Saturday night game moved to San Diego, the LA Charger game to 1:00 or something like that. Mm-hmm. But it was all by the NFL money. I mean, you could have had a game tonight right now, and had this game Saturday. Mm-hmm. What's it gonna hurt?
3 on Saturday, 3 on Sunday, man. But it is what it is, man. We all grown.
Yeah, both teams got a short week though. Both teams whoever win have a short week. So
exactly.
So that's why I still think whoever gonna win that game is gonna be a hard game. Whoever play against San Francisco, but I just think with the 49ers. Hold on, I'm get to the chat. Anatole, you crazy? Your cousin. Remember, Brady is 9-0 against the Cowboy. That don't mean nothing.
Hey,
right
I
now.
love Tom. He's my cousin, man.
Right now, I'm not a Cowboy. I'm not a Cowboy fan by any stretch of the imagination. But they're not losing tomorrow night against Tampa Bay. They're not losing. They're pissed off from losing to Washington. They are not going to lose to Tampa Bay.
Hey, man. Change the topic, man. Or pass the mic to somebody else, man. I don't like when you start talking like that about my teams, man. I don't, man. I don't. I love you, boy. Go way back. But I don't like when you start talking about my teams like that, man. I think you be trying to throw shade on the slide, man.
I've learned in 2023 that I need to be more realistic in my outlook in life. I've also learned that I need to start being more pragmatic. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers look like hot garbage in Thomasville on a July 3rd afternoon when the trash man about to pick it up. They hot garbage. Tampa Bay gonna get the door blowed off. 35-17. Buffalo Blacks. I'm gonna switch to Miami and Buffalo right quick. Miami had chosen fight today. They had a chance to really win the game, but you had Skylar Thompson's playing. I mean, what you expect? I mean, Skylar Thompson's not gonna take it to the promised land, not right now. And then, like I said, John, let's look. Either way, let's start previewing these games. We really can't say who the Chiefs are going to play till this game is over with. Till this game is over with right now, but the NFC is pretty much going to be set. The Eagles are playing the Giants for the third time this year, just like the Bengals are playing the Ravens tonight for the third time. The San Francisco 49ers played the Seahawks for the third time. It's hard to beat a team three times. It's hard to beat a team one time, but seeing them three times where you get to see you see their tendencies, get to see what they like to run. You have to try to be more creative on your offensive game, defensive game plans. Well, somebody got hurt for the Bengals. Number 20, like Eli Apple. Well, he played for the Saints now, I think. What's the biggest key for that game for the Eagles against the Giants?
Jalen Hurts being healthy and being able to beat Jalen Hurts.
I think in addition to that, I think they don't need to lose themselves. They don't need to do. They need to do what they do, and just be efficient. I don't think they need to change anything. They've done what they had to do. Now it's a division opponent, so it's going to be a little bit different. But I really don't think you should change what's been working. Just keep the party going, as they say.
Tank.
Yeah, Jalen Hurts, if he's healthy, I think they'll get the Giants. The Giants are playing hardball. I mean, they're playing tough football. That pass rush is amazing. But I think the Eagles have got too much.
Yeah, I get it. Jalen Hurts has to hide out. So I'm going to give you a name that y'all probably didn't think about, Lane Johnson. Probably the best right tackle in football. Who missed the last 3 games of the regular season with that abdominal tear. He'll be back for this game. He'll get off-season surgery, but they'll shoot it up and do what they do. Make sure they don't do a Tyrod Taylor on him. But anyway, if I was Tyrod Taylor, I'd be on the Chargers right now. But that's neither here nor there. But Lane Johnson is the key to that game. Lane keeping Jalen Hurts upright because he was pressuring in that game against the Giants. He receives a hell of high pressure against them. I think the Eagles' offensive line, the defense is fine. I think the defense is just fine. They're resting players the last couple of weeks to get them in the position to be ready for this week coming up. But Lane Johnson, the offensive line, got to hold up against the Giants, especially with Kayvon Thibodeau and their front seven. That's going to be a problem. Be a problem for the Eagles if they can't protect Jalen Hurts. No matter if he back healthy, they can't keep him upright. Don't matter. Yeah, Wednesday we're gonna preview those games once we get the outcome for this game tonight. The Bengals are down 10-9 now. Justin Tucker just get the 3-point field goal. They're up 10-9, 7 seconds left in the second quarter. This day Bengals and the Ravens. This is a good game. They don't like each other, and the Ravens are showing us a fight right now. Now, this is what y'all all been waiting for right here. We've been doing a lot of movie rewinds, just going to reminisce and go back to our college days and movies we watched when we was in college or when we were younger. Probably one of the another classic movie last week we did, Trading Places. That was probably one of the funniest movies they did. Eddie Murphy just received a Lifetime Achievement Award at the Golden Globes earlier this week. That was if you want to watch his speech, the last 15-20 seconds of it was hilarious. They gave a shout out to Will Smith. So he said basically just, he gave him a shout out. But Brewster's Millions, if you don't know the premise of this movie, it's a Montgomery Brewster, who is a down and out minor league baseball player who has a distant relative who left him $300 million, but he had to spend $30 million in 30 days. And he could not tell nobody about it. He couldn't just give it all away. He couldn't buy something that's as an asset and destroy it. And he couldn't tell nobody. And it's hilarious going through this movie. I literally watched it before I came on air. It's just, that movie's just funny. The Richard Pryor is classic Richard Pryor. I'm gonna start with Anatole on this one. What was one of your favorite scenes in that movie? It's a fairly short movie, about an hour 40 minutes. So
I didn't get a chance to watch it. But for me, sitting back and remembering, one of my favorite parts of the movie was just how he was getting upset when he won money, like when he gambled against he had a little bookie and he went against all the underdogs and he won. He was winning money. He would just go crazy.
51 long shots on every racehorse racing.
Yeah, he would win. He just go crazy. But the catcher in the movie, I can't think.
John Candy.
They had great chemistry in the movie. I mean, it was electric. Richard Pryor was he was awesome in the entire movie, man. I love the movie. I pick on my wife all the time because I'm a little bit older than her, so she never. Shh, I'm on a show. So she doesn't. She's never seen most of the movies we talk about. So I'm gonna have to let her see Bruce Willis because it's one of the great Richard Pryor movies.
JoJo Dance is a good one too, but Bruce Willis just bring back some hilarity. What about you, Tony?
Yeah, I watched it today, man. For the first time, I would say in at least 20 years, man. I definitely remember the premise, and the backdrop and everything. But me and my wife watched it today. I called her in there to watch it with me. And we were just laughing the whole time, man. I had forgot John Candy was in it, dude. I don't know how I forgot that, but I forgot John Candy was in it. And the chemistry between them two was awesome. John Candy was a nut, man. He was a fool. I don't know, man. I mean, actually, one of my favorite parts was when they were playing the exhibition game with the Yankees.
I know you go.
The dude was at bat, and John Candy was messing with him, and talking about him, saying about his wife and shit like that, dude. That's what had me crying, man. It had me crying, dude. Yeah, I mean, right offhand, that's the scene that jumped out at me, man, because I literally was in tears, dude. That shit was funny.
What about you, Straw?
Man, one of the funniest parts to me is when that's funny, but one of the funniest parts to me is when they showed his dead uncle, and he tells him, he says, "You didn't know you had a honky for a uncle, did you?" And that part right there was just hilarious, And I'm like, man, you got to be kidding me. So that was funny. A lot of it is just, just a good comedy, man. Good comedy.
Hiring everybody he saw, at the bank, hiring the officers in the bank, hiring people as soon as he walked out on the street. Like he went straight into, spend the money mode. As soon as he decided that he was gonna do it, dude, he went straight into, hey, I'm from the ball, dude. He was balling. He was balling. He was balling, man.
Yeah, one of my favorite scenes. It's a small one, but it was important. So they brought the investment guy in. They say, hey man, he do some investments, and Spike to he helped me get some coins and stamps. So he's like, stamps, okay.
Yeah.
So he went to the stamp store.
Oh yeah.
But the funny thing is that he was profiled when he walked in that building until they told him who he was. So you can see if you notice the movie, he walking in, the security guard literally walking right behind him, standing there. So they think like, we got to I can't say the word out here. We got this ninja coming in here thinking he better steal some stamps. But I said, I'm Montgomery Brewster. Oh, I've been reading you on the news. Like, what's your most expensive stamp? Upside down plane on the stamp.
Oh, okay. He told him he was the wrong place. He was getting ready to tell him where to go to the post office to kiss a stamp. We got stamp, but they're a little overpriced in here. I think you may want to be go down to And then he told him who he was and his whole attitude changed. Yeah,
that's how some folks do when you realize you got a ninja with some money. But when he bought that stamp, I'm like, man, what are you? Oh Lord, mailed it back to the accounting firm
on a postcard.
On a postcard, hey, wish you were here. And the dude was so pissed off. Then they had to bring in Stephen Collins, Warren Cox. That's a character name. And we know Stephen Collins, he used to be on Seventh Heaven, who also had some trouble with some child pornography, but that's neither here nor there. Yeah, look that up. I can't remember if it's child pornography or rape, one of the two. Just look it up. And had to bring him in the fold. So you already knew that they didn't want they're black man to get $300 million because that's generational wealth right there. What they need to do make a sequel, but that's neither here or there. That's one of my favorite scenes. That one in the beginning of the movie when they were fighting in the bar.
Yeah.
They were hitting on the other teams, women.
Yeah, women.
They
had him.
And had him.
We're walking out the door with him.
Yeah.
The women finally broke down like, come on, let's go. For real. They had him.
That reminded me of a scene from How I Met Your Mother when they all doing the Naked Man challenge, and they said the guy he's a regular Joe, then nothing special about him. He's like the Naked Man works 2 out of 3 women, works every time, and they did that night. It worked out 2 out of 3, 3 out of 4 really, but and 2 out of 3, and it worked. It worked. They were just regular Joe, just like, hey, the agent said if you do a massage naked, you get more of a effect. I'm like, they raised the game back then, 1985. Yeah, 1985. I'm like, dang.
Yeah, it was 85, man. That was wild.
Good year, though. Good year.
Oh, definitely.
Now we look at some of the folks from the movie. John Candy, of course, who's very funny, is been in a lot of movies. Uncle Buck is one of my favorite movies with him in it. Uncle Buck. Richard Pryor, we all love Richard Pryor. We could just pick a movie, don't matter which one, just pick it.
Hey, Faye, Uncle Buck, that's the one he had the cabin in Canada or whatever, right?
No, he has a brother who's I think his wife's dad had a heart attack, and they had nobody to call and watch his kids, and Buck was the only one. The wife didn't want him over there, and he was taking care of the kid for about a week.
Yeah, good movie.
My
wife just kidnapped me, y'all. So y'all excuse me. She kidnapped me, made me go outside with her.
Okay, you gotta do what you gotta do, dog. Jerry Orbach. That name probably might sound familiar to you. Jerry Orbach, who was in also in Dirty Dancing a year or two later, but he's well known for Law and Order. So it was Law and Order for a long time. Pat Hingle, the neutral person over the contest. He was in the Batman movies 1 through 4 with Michael Keaton and Val Kilmer and George Clooney. Those 4. Hume Crone, he was in a lot of different movies back in the day. I'm pulling up his IMDb so I can get you some of those movies he was in. Yakov Smirnoff, he's a comedian, a Russian comedian. He had some guest spots on Night Court. Rick Moranis, the one that's mimicking Rick Moranis was in there, young Rick Moranis.
The one that was repeating everything.
Mm-hmm. That's how probably got noticed for that for Ghostbusters. Also, you probably didn't notice these. My wife pointed out to me when she was watching with me also. If you remember the Cosby Show, Martin Kimball had a cameo in there, as far as he was just one of the people in the crowd as an extra.
Oh, wow.
If you
that's
look
something else, because like on the Cosby Show, they retread a lot of the people on the Cosby Show. Mm-hmm. He was one of the ones they retreaded. He was in season 1,
mm-hmm.
and then ended up being the niece's husband at the end. Mm-hmm. But yeah,
I think he was out with Sandra, I believe. Or they was
That's the one. That's the one. Bill Cosby, Dr. Huxtable said, but we don't like him. We like you. As the boyfriend when she was having problems with Elvin.
Mm-hmm. But there's a lot of us. Joe Grafassi, the cameraman from the movie. He's been in a lot of different stuff. I'm trying to pull up his stuff now. Let's see what he was in. He was in Batman Forever. He was a bank guard. Presumed innocent, natural born killers. TV series, The Evil, whole bunch of different stuff on that he was in. Trying to get something a little bit more recent or something we've heard of. Some of the stuff we don't watch, some of the stuff that he's in. Bull. He was in 14 episodes of Law and Order Special Victims Unit. He was in Othello. Dark Matter.
The coach?
No, the camera guy, the guy that they hired to be the cameraman, following him around taking pictures.
Oh, because the coach was in Law and Order too.
Yep, the coach. He was in different Law and Order. He just had 14 episodes. He played a defense attorney or whatever. Mm-hmm. Let's see, Changing Lanes. That was the movie with. He was a judge in Changing Lanes with Ben Affleck and Samuel Jackson.
You talking about the
Same
chick
guy.
that played. You talking about the chick that played Angela Drake yet? Did you
I'm
throw her
getting
out
her.
there?
I'm getting her
Oh,
next.
okay.
And he was just in a lot of stuff. He's in
Cause
Money
she
Train
was,
also too.
cause she was in a lot of stuff.
Yeah. What's her name? Pull her up. We talked about her last week. Matter of fact.
Lynette McKee. She was in Jungle Fever,
Mm-hmm.
Brewster's Place.
Mm-hmm.
Trying to remember some of the other stuff that she was in. She was in a lot, man. She was a real popular actress.
Men of Honor, Malcolm X. She played Louise Little.
Mm-hmm.
She was in Honey. She was in Honey too. She also was in. She did one episode of Law and Order Special Victims Unit. If you want a quick check, go to Law and Order. She Hate Me. He Got Game.
Mm-hmm.
Jesus Shuttleworth's mom.
Yeah, she's a Spike Lee. She was a Spike Lee mama.
Mm-hmm.
She was a Spike Lee mama. She was Malcolm X's mama.
Mm-hmm.
She was Jesus Shuttlesworth mama. She did a couple of other. She did. She was in Which Way Was Up with Richard Pryor too. That was like what 79, 80.
Mm-hmm.
I remember that one.
Yeah, that one was good.
Yeah, she also was on. Did an episode. A lot of law stuff. Law
I
and
forgot
Order.
she was. I forgot she was in Which Way Was Up. How old is she, man?
She find an age right here. Where's it at?
Oh, she was born in 54.
54, not that old. She about 68.
Yeah.
68. Yeah, she was a whole bunch of different stuff. A lot of law stuff. Law and Order, Law and Order SVU. She was on Spencer for Hire. Miami Vice.
What y'all know about Spencer for Hire, man?
I love that show.
What about a man? What about a man called Hawk? What about a man called Hawk? How about that? James Avery.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
James Avery. He was also on the Star Trek Deep Space Nine. I love that. I love that one. I got to start back on Netflix on that one. I stopped off on season 6 on that one, I think last year. But yeah, I loved him as the captain on Deep Space Nine. Of course, Next Generation, my favorite one, but that's neither here nor there.
Yeah.
But she had a little stint on As the World Turns. She was on a whole bunch of stuff.
Yeah, she was a lot of stuff. She was on a lot of stuff, man. She was a cutie.
There you go.
She was a cutie, and then she was red. So back before, she was the hot thing back in the 80s, man. You know what I'm saying? Because she was red bone. She could play both sides and not offend people.
Yeah.
Hey, you see, she was married to a white man. She was getting ready to marry a white man, and then you know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, that brings up another scene where she was out there on the street arguing with
Richard Pryor,
and then his character and his ex-wife, who also was a regular on Law and Order. She played the defense attorney, Denise Melnick. I'm like, dang, man, I love Law and Order. I love the show, the original. The other stuff, y'all can have it. I love Law and Order. But yeah, she was in. Let's see, yeah, she. Just the way that scene unfolded, all the things you did for her. So you tell you had a black lead, you had one other black character, a couple other minor black characters. You can still see the tonality of the movie where it's you not happy for him, but you also gonna take a dig at him for dating a black woman too. So that's you still like 85.
I don't think you going out there now.
I'm just thinking about it. Well, okay, we'll let this.
That ain't what she meant. That ain't what she meant by that, man.
I took it that way. Right. You know. I
know, man. I know you.
Okay, last actor we're gonna look at Hugh Cronin. He was in Cocoon. Moving batteries not included.
Yeah, I ain't seen Cocoon. I ain't seen Cocoon in a long time, dude.
Yeah, that's a classic movie right there too.
Yeah, Faye said something about Cocoon last week. I think that's his movie.
Nah. No, don't do that. Don't shoot the eyes on Blackie.
Cocoon 1, Cocoon 2. That's what he said last week.
That what he said last week, man.
Yeah, that's what he said last week.
Okay.
I don't care who tell it. Yeah, Hugh Cronin. He's in both Cocoons, of course. Brewster's Millions. Hawaii 5-0. Just a couple episodes of that in the movie Cleopatra. Player of the Week. He has an IMDb that lasts about almost 60 years, so he has a lot of stuff on there.
Wow.
Main Street After Dark. So a lot of movies I ain't never heard of because they're not for the my genre taste. we'll just leave it at that. This is something I'm just not something I would. Hey man, we need to go see that movie Impulse, man, with Hugh Cronin. We need to go watch that, dog, and then watch that together. No, that ain't. Pelican Brief. He's also on Pelican Brief as one of the Supreme Court justices.
Okay, that's a Denzel.
The one with Denzel?
Mm-hmm, the one with Denzel. He played Justice Rosenberg. So yeah, he probably be in some stuff I ain't we wouldn't think they'd be in.
Hey, off topic real quick. Y'all
Go
watch
ahead.
y'all watch Your Honor?
Who?
The show Your Honor? Come on,
Never heard.
Showtime.
I never heard that one.
Your boy what's his name, man? The guy who played Walter White in
Bryan Cranston.
yeah, he's in it. Y'all don't know about that?
I ain't heard about this one.
It's a dope show, man. It just started season 2 last week. Check it out.
So you wanna?
Dope show.
You
Your
wanna?
Honor. Your Honor. Mm-hmm.
Your Honor. Okay, I'm about to.
Dope show.
Find me a login for Showtime.
I'm
Dope
on
show.
BMF hard.
Oh yeah.
I think I'm Big Meech.
Oh yeah.
For all your Snowfall fans, that comes back out next month.
Boy, I can't wait.
Good deal. I'm gonna catch up.
February 22nd.
Franklin Saint, baby.
Boy, say he finna tear it down, boy.
I
ain't
told his
talking,
mama
ain't
we
talking,
finna burn it down, boy.
And then don't forget Mayans too. I think Mayans come back in March, I believe.
Yeah.
So
I don't know when, but that's my show too.
Y'all need to rewatch on the season finale. I need to rewatch that one.
Yeah, easy a fool, boy. He didn't flip that switch. He a fool.
Yeah, because just like Jax, I mean it's basically following.
Just like Jax, you ain't lying. Just like Jax.
Just like Jax, yeah. Because Jax was just trying to figure out what he's going to do, but then when he figured that I can't let this club go down this road, I have no choice but to go ahead and do it. Mm-hmm. But he took so many hits though with of course his dad and then Opie, his wife. He had to kill his dad, his stepdad. I mean, that's a show we need to do. I'm gonna rewatch that show like 3-4 times in the last 5 years.
Yeah, I mean that's my show, man. No, I was definitely hurt the way it ended. I think that's one of the dumbest endings in TV history. But that's my show. I love Sons of Anarchy.
I mean, I'd rather him drive toward the police and they shoot him. But you're just gonna let Michael Chiklis run you over in an 18-wheeler and it has some bread right there, blood hitting the ground, and a bird picking like he having communion. Come on now, that's too over my head right there. It's about Christ-like. You sacrifice yourself for your club.
Yeah,
like you the Messiah.
Like, come on, man.
Hey, y'all, real quick, right? Y'all know I live in South Georgia, so when White Them made a food run, we had McDonald's, you know what I'm saying? So we ordered the food. They said all we got to drink is water in the cup and white milk.
You ain't gonna miss the chick.
I'm in Thomasville. I live in Thomasville.
I thought you lived in Cairo. Okay.
No, I live in Thomasville.
Oh, you big time. You got money.
Oh, yeah, I live in the city. Yeah, I got money now.
You got money.
Yeah, I got money.
Let me hold $20. My cash out, Fabe on Saks. $20. Hold $20. Fabe on Saks.
Water in the cup.
Water in the cup. Where's it gonna be?
And white milk.
And white. Where's it gonna be in the hand? That's what I was saying. Where's it gonna be in the hand?
Man, crazy, man.
You should have did a Bernie Mac one. You stupid son of a bitch.
I ain't even lying, y'all. I can't make this up. I'm the mom. She said
That's
water
crazy.
in the cup and white milk. That's it.
That's a movie we need to do right there. King's Comedy. That one right
King's
there.
Comedy. Yeah.
Yeah. That's a good
That's
one. Classic.
I don't need to watch that again.
No.
No, I do that on memory. But man, but Brewster, when you bring back some classics, we're gonna have a lot of movies lined up for you guys on Sundays when we talk about some sports. Of course, basketball's picking up. Tony's team, the Blazers, they're in a little struggle bus right now.
That ain't my team, man. Don't do that.
Oh, my bad. I thought you were saying, man, Chauncey. I told you, Chauncey. I told you.
I told you. I like Chauncey, man.
They're in 12th place. They're in 12th place right now.
Okay.
They're in 12th.
Okay.
Fellas, I've enjoyed this evening, man. I've enjoyed chopping it up. Let's get together next week. I got to cut out a little early.
No, we're off to cut out right now.
Okay. Well, cut us out, Fave. Cut us out.
Yeah, so Straw trying to get out of here. He doing something.
Yeah, I know, right? He like,
he got to cut out. Cut out. Yeah, we got you. We got you. Got you. But don't forget, we're on Wednesdays at 9:00. Sundays 9:00. Everybody be back on Wednesday. We're gonna preview the divisional games and toss the NBA. We out.
I think last time I was on here on Sunday, you know what I'm saying? You did hard ass on us like this.
Hey, hold on.
Hey.
Before we roll out, I do have one thing to say to all our viewers since we're still recording. Everybody still continue to be safe, be blessed,
and
be
keep his
kind,
name
and be good.
And keep his name out your mother.
We just lost a sponsor.
Hold on.
Don't go to the McDonald's in Thomasville because they ain't got nothing to drink.
They got nothing to drink
but
but
water and white milk.
Water in the hand, not in the cup, in the hand.
But serious business. Y'all pray for Devin Willock's family, man. That's tragic.
Oh yeah, man.
Yeah, do that, man. And Straw, I saw that Michelob you had earlier, so I
yes, sir.
That move right.
Yes, sir. I try not to put it on there because I didn't want to offend any of our current sponsors. So it just kind of slid by there. So I was like, okay. All right.
You got something to drink. Yeah. I don't got nothing but a bag.
You gotta take the stick off, man. The wrapper off, man. Or pour it in the cup.
Get
the red Solo. Got to get the red Solo.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, guys. Y'all be safe.
All right, man. Y'all take it easy.
All right. See you on Wednesday. We holler at you.